We're in today with two GPUs. The first one is the GeForce 210 from 2009 from Asus. It's got 16 shaders, half a gig of VRAM DDR2, running at 589 MHz on the core clock, 400 MHz on the memory clock, 64 bits bus width, DirectX 10, and the second video card is the R5. No, I'm just joking around. The second video card is the Radeon 520. This is a 2017 video card. It's got 2 gig of VRAM, GDDR5, 64 bits bus width, 320 on the core. Funny thing is that it says 2048 shaders. GPU just went bananas. I think it's because of the drivers, but I managed to fiddle with the drivers a little because it was not showing the right frequency and they didn't show the fan speed. But in MSI Afterburner, you can actually see, if I'm correct, it got 1030 megahertz. So 1030 megahertz. It doesn't show the true name of the video card, but it's giving me the right sensors, and this is the most important thing because I will show you that this video card in combination with that 210 is going to show me some really nice performance. When I installed this video card, I wanted to put it first with the HD 5450. The only problem I had with that HD 5000 series is that it had DirectX 11, and DirectX 11 with this Radeon 520, you are both on DirectX 11, and it was how should I say, shadowing this add-on video card, if I can say that, you know. So I had to put something that doesn't have DirectX 11. So the first video card that I managed to see, it was the GeForce 210, and I was like, this will work. So I had to put drivers manually, and the moment I put the manual driver for this, it showed me R5M435, and I was like, okay, this is not okay. But then I seen MSI Afterburner was showing the right clocks, shows me the fan power, everything was good, the sensor, everything was working. So I was like, okay, if the name is not okay, but the GPU is working, then I will keep it like that and just jump in a couple of games and show you how it's performing. So without any more words, let's jump in a couple of games and see how this with combination is holding. Let's go. So the first game that I want to show you how it's performing is Farlight, because it's using both of the cores, apparently both of the video cards. The first video card here in MS Afterburner is the Radeon 520. It shows me that I got 99% load on the core of the video card, 945 megahertz on the speed. Sometimes it's jumping to 1030 on the frequency, and the temperature, it's kind of okay, you know, 50 degrees, it's not that much on this, you know. So I got 1 gig allocated and 600 process here. This is a very good combination in this case because the GeForce 210, it's only used as a display adapter, you know, so it's utilizing 25% of the core. This is very interesting. 173 megabytes of VRAM, because for some reason it needs VRAM to display this game, but it does the job, you know, it's actually doing the job. This is a very interesting combination, but you have to set it up like steps, you know. You have to put a display adapter that is less powerful than this Radeon 520, and if you do that, you can actually put this to good use. Seriously, look at this, 99% load, still holding okay on the temperature, 1.1 gig of VRAM allocated, and 780 processed. This is good. I got 100 FPS on average, you understand, in a game with 720p and smooth preset. This is not bad, you know, because it's very good. I got like 7-8 ms in this situation, hundreds of FPS. This is a very weird combination that actually works, and I'm very surprised that it's working like this. But this is not the only game that is working like this, and I want to show you more games how they are performing. The only problem I have is that if I put a DirectX 10 game, I don't know how it's going to work, because GeForce 210 knows how to work with DirectX 10, and it is going to use the Radeon 520. It's very weird, but let's jump in another game and see how it's performing with this. This is the example that I was talking about, World of Tanks, because World of Tanks works with DirectX 10, and apparently the GeForce 210 can start the game. You know, this is the most saddest part, because it's got 30 FPS. Now it's utilizing the GeForce 2 first, that is the display adapter, you know, where the monitor is connected, but it's only using the video card adapter, you know, the Radeon Radeon 520 with 64%. In some cases 100%, but I wish I had more VRAM allocated and utilization from that Radeon, because that video card, apparently that display adapter, it's working, or GPU adapter, how it's called, graphic process adapter. Okay, so I got 1366 minimal, I think it's minimal, let's check it out. I got minimals, yeah, minimal. Let's put maybe 80% render scale, because it's very hard on this. So I don't have the FPS, but it's working both of them. Sometimes you can see the Radeon 520 with 100% render scale, but it's only utilizing 1 megabyte from that, and I wish I had more utilization. You know, it's got 2 gig of VRAM available. This is it. This is World of Tanks with a Radeon 520 and GeForce 210. They're not the best, you know. I don't think you're gonna win any FPS prizes here in this case, but this is what you get. This is the problem that I get with DirectX 10 here in this case. The problem with this combination is that you have to find a DirectX 11 game that knows how to utilize the Radeon 520. I got 99% load on the second video card, that is GeForce 210, and it shows me that it's using the VRAM from that video card, you know. So the first one, it's not utilized, and this is the horrible part, because I know this Radeon can actually play Battlefield 3, you know, and I think, see here it needs to show me that Radeon, but it, let Windows decide, high power. Now this is the problem, because I'm trying to find those games that actually works with this combination, you know. I think Fortnite will work, and show me like 30-40 gig of updates, you know, and I was like, oh man, this is so sad, because that game knows how to utilize this combination. But I'm very grateful that Farlight managed to show me the performance 100 FPS on 720p, but Battlefield doesn't have this option. I tried to put in a graphics option in Windows, so Windows has an option that if you select the file from the game, that is for instance Battlefield 3.exe, you know, or something like that, it gives you an option that says can you select which video card do you like, you know. But because of the drivers, I think it only shows me 210 two times and it's not fair, you know, because if it showed me Radeon whatever R5 or something that is there with this game, it will have been fantastic, because it will have given me the performance from this video card, you know. So in this situation I have no chance on actually playing the game. I think I have to force the combination by playing a game with DirectX 11, then that is the only way. One game that is working with this combination because it knows how to utilize it, it's Crossout. I got maximum load on the Radeon. It's using this video card accelerated graphics adapter, you know, based on the 210, how it's performing. Look at this, it's 160 megabytes of VRAM allocated because it's the display. It's 25% loaded on the core. This is how I want it, and the Radeon is doing the job here. I'm on 720p with performance mode because this is how it needs to be in this situation, but it does the job, you know. This is what I'm expecting from this combination, you know. But yeah, I can't say nothing bad about it. Let's jump in a couple of games. I want to jump in. I click to jump in a lobby. Maybe there is going to be totally different the load on the VRAM. Now it's allocating 700 and 700 process. Very efficient this game, seriously, on 720p. Look at this. I'm online. I got 90 80 FPS on average. This is good. This is good performance. But now I got 900 megabytes of VRAM allocated. Claudia, holy smoke, look at that. Nice damages, nice performance, everything is good here. I got in this case maximum load on this graphics adapter, 59 degrees on this occasion with 64% fan power. It's doing the job, you know. So combining this 210 with this Radeon, you get 180 watts consumption from the wall. Not a big consumption, you know. They got maximum, what, 40 watts consumption I think on 100%. But yeah, it's there, you know. It's doing the job and there is no problem on utilizing this. This this is the type of game that I want from this system, seriously. So Warframe is doing really nice because it's DirectX 11 and is utilizing the Radeon properly. Now I'm on 720p with lowest details, and you can actually see it's using 1.1 on allocation, and in this case 1 gig of VRAM process. 99% load on the video card's core, I mean on the graphics adapter here. 54 degrees on that GeForce 210. It's holding okay, even the GeForce in this case. It's only being utilized with 22% load in this case, but yeah, I can't say nothing bad about it because it doesn't do the job here. This Radeon is actually pulling all the weight in this case, but this is what I'm expecting, you know. I think that similar games needs to be looked at in order to get this combination running at maximum, you know, so you can benefit from it. Warframe apparently is one of those games that works really nice with older video cards. So if you're interested on getting video cards like this in a good position, I think you have to select this game in your and put it in your playlist because it's kind of nice. Seriously, I like how Warframe benefits from this type of combination. Weird combination, seriously, a very weird combination in this case. So the CPU side doesn't have any problems, like 5-10% load in this case, 8.7 gig of system RAM, not bad, you know, so I'll take it as a big win with this. Disappointed in some games because some games doesn't support this, you know. I mean, it supports, but the choice on the video card needs to be more precise, you know, because it shows me here that it's working, you know, but I cannot select it and it's pissing me off. I can't believe this game is actually working with the GeForce 210. Well, it doesn't work with the GeForce 210 because it doesn't have DirectX compatibility. Yes, I know, it just used as a display adapter, but to be fair, I got 30% load on that GeForce 210 in PUBG. Seriously, and this is a funny thing to say, you know. I got 300 megabytes of VRAM utilized from that GeForce 210, 1.9 gig of VRAM utilized from the Radeon 520. So for me, seeing this is funny. Seriously, it's a funny thing to see this, but regardless, the most important thing is it doesn't work. Oh my god, like 28 FPS. I put 720p in this occasion with lowest quality, 70% render scale, because that's the lowest I could get done, and this is how much you get, you know. This is not okay. This is not how you play with this video card, you know. It just shows you that if you're interested, you know, to put a GeForce 210 and put a video card that doesn't have any display, you know, adapters, you can do it, you know. So in the future, if I have a video card like this, maybe I can actually do something similar. I like this idea, and hopefully in the future I can do more things like this, seriously, because this is an awesome thing to see here. All right, so do I like it? Yes, I like it. This is one of those situations in which I would like to find the right games. I think this is the most important thing here, because if you don't find the right games, if you can't find the right combination for this, it's not worth it, you know. I just wanted to show you a technique, because if you end up in a game that requires only DirectX 10, that GeForce 210 is not going to cut it, you know. So you're gonna have problems because it's bottlenecked by this thing. A powerful DirectX 10 video card, and then you can put an adapter like this with DirectX 11, and maybe you're gonna benefit from this, you know. Imagine having a 200 series video card in this computer, you know, and having a video card, I mean an adapter that is running with DirectX 11, you know, or DirectX 12. Who knows, you know, maybe you can put something that doesn't have any calm down, what's going on? The problem here is running with GeForce 210, and this is not what I want, you know. All titles should work with the first GPU that you got, you know, that is on the monitor. Now, do I want this combination, you know, because most of the time something like this goes with an APU or an iGPU, you know. So the main board is using the graphics card from the display power from the CPU, and then you can put an add-on like this and you're you're gonna get more FPS. This is how it needs to be, you know, but in this situation you can see that the GeForce 210 is being utilized here. It's allocating maximum VRAM, 200 megabytes process. So yeah, the 210 is utilized at maximum with 720p, static light and maximum details. And yeah, not a great performance, 26 FPS. I think this 210 needs to be in that XP machine with all titles, not with games like this. But I used it as a catalyst, you know, to start games and show me on the monitor some stuff, you know, in order to see how it's performing with that Radeon. I like the 210, you know, it's a nice video card, you know, and I'm going to make a separate video with this because it deserves its own benchmark with all titles. But in this situation, I just wanted to benefit from it and try to see if I can work with it. There's a lot of games that I wanted to test in this similar combination, and in the future maybe I will going to get other tests to see how they are performing. I like it, you know, I like this attitude, and yeah, in this situation it doesn't work with this. Funny thing is that I have a lot of games installed that are working really nice with S.T.A.L.K.E.R and Crossfire, you know, but for some reason having this combination requires newer games that don't work really nice with S.T.A.L.K.E.R and Crossfire, and this combination is totally different from the usual stuff that I do, you know. And I was yeah, a little short on the games. Doesn't matter, I understand the combination, and next time I will just put it on a new machine there and try to find games that were working with this. I like it. I like this idea because it allows me to put an adapter here, graphics adapter in the machine, and I can play some games with it, and that's it, you know. Use the Intel graphics, use the APU, use an old video card, and you're gonna have no problems in the situation. The idea is good. I think it will be nice to have something newer, up to date, you know, to have multiple GPUs in the computers, you know, and try to utilize as many VRAM as possible, many cores as possible, and try to give the gamer a little more opportunities, you know, despite having multiple GPUs, multiple brands and stuff like that. I think it will be very beneficial at the end of the day, you know. Imagine having a GTX 200 series, having a different type of video card, and both of them, they are working in such a way that allows you to get more FPS, you know. Even if you have a video card that is DirectX 11, DirectX 12 compatible, you know, it gives you, let's say, 40 FPS, you know, in a game. And you use an older video card as a display adapter, it opens up, let's say, 20-30% to be utilized, that one, and the rest, you know, to give more from that second video card, you know. It tried to compensate, you know, 30 FPS to help you from a different video card, you know, from an older video card. I don't know, multiple GPU will be ideal, you know, in this case, and it will be beneficial for people who are not into buying new stuff, you know. I like this, seriously, I like this idea on getting more FPS with less money spent on the hardware. I don't know what you think about this combination, but I really liked it. If you have any suggestion for this or for the system, leave a comment, and make sure you smash that like button, and I will see you very soon.